Hey friends, Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, well, this doesn't work without you guys. I am home from work for the day and doing a little bit of work here out on the Mancave, trying to dress it up a little bit. You know, I know technically, guys, we don't need plants, right? All we care about is TV, something cold to drink, and a place to put our tail. But, you know, got to keep the wife happy too. So, putting some plants up. She doesn't like the air conditioning unit out here. In fact, Yvonne, I believe you commented about that as well. So we're going to put these little palm trees in front of the air conditioning unit so that way it'll keep the peace, so to speak. Now, we've been told that the Dallas Cowboys suck, that it's going to be a down year, that we don't have defensive linemen, that our receivers are terrible, and that the Philadelphia Eagles are all that in a ham sandwich. Well, Pro Football Focus came out with their roster rankings. And that's the great thing about this time of year, because it doesn't really matter what you say because nobody holds you to it. Football is so unpredictable, it doesn't matter. You can say anything, and I don't care if you are Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport or a guy like me. You all basically have about the same chance of being correct because you have teams that literally go from worst to first. Last year, did anybody honestly think the Eagles had a great roster? They were last in the division. Now they're Super Bowl champions. Pro Football Focus says they've got the best roster in football from top to bottom. Okay. I mean, of course you're going to go ride with the Super Bowl champions. They won the Super Bowl. They had to have enough talent to win the Super Bowl, so go figure. They'll pick that. And generally speaking, this time of year, they'll talk about all the great teams that are ready to take another step, which are basically the teams that were in the playoffs the year before. Sounds good on paper, but reality is at least half of those teams that made the playoffs last year won't this year. But going down the list, they say the Eagles have the best roster. Number 2, the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, I know, Kumar, you're happy as can be. And I'm sure you're going to be texting, emailing, or commenting and saying that Pro Football Focus says my team has the second best roster in football. Okay. Congratulations. From there, they say the Saints go marching in. Go marching in at number 3. Well, the Saints, you always have Drew Brees. You're always going to be a good team as long as Drew Brees is still upright. And now they have a running game, so you could definitely fear the Saints a bit. I'll give you that one. That sounds pretty good. But the thing you have to wonder, though, is, hold on. You've got the Falcons, you got the Saints at 2nd and 3rd. Ahead of New England? Really? New England, who every year is just about in the Super Bowl or winning the Super Bowl? You have them at 4th? You're saying that the Falcons, who choked against New England 2 years ago, and I mean, they really, that's about as big a choke as you could get, that they have a better roster than the Patriots? Really? Kind of surprising. Okay. All right. From New England, fresh with signing Kirk Cousins, you got the Vikings. Well, that's a hot pick. They were one step away from the Super Bowl. So Are we beginning to see a pattern here? Basically, if you're a playoff team, they consider you a great roster. Okay, all right. So we got the top 5. From there, oh, these actually look pretty good. I feel like I'm in the jungle. In fact, with all the rain we've been getting, it feels like we're in a rainforest. From there, okay, from there we have the Chargers. The Chargers, well, they had a great season last year. Okay, all right, that's top 6. And then you have the Steelers. Big Ben, great running back, Antonio Brown. Hard to argue with that one either. And now, the one that may surprise some people, they have the Dallas Cowboys. Wait a minute, wait. The Dallas Cowboys? The Dallas Cowboys that they say have no receivers? The Dallas Cowboys who don't have any defensive linemen? The Dallas Cowboys that have Dak Prescott as a quarterback? You're saying that they have the 8th best roster in football? Really? Better than, say, Seattle, who's 13th? Better than the Giants? Better than the Redskins? Wow. Interesting, because most pundits will say the Cowboys are rebuilding and that they don't have a great team. So, I guess one way to look at it is, regardless of what happens in the season, they'll be right, because they basically said they suck, they're mediocre, and they're great. And they can always point to it and say, see, I told you they were going to do. Yeah. All this stuff is great for talking, having arguments, getting clicks and all that, but none of it really means anything. The only thing that means something is come every Sunday and see what the guys do on the field. So, I know one thing. When the season gets here, I'm going to be ready for the season. Me and my boys are definitely going to be out here having a ball. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm planting some damn palm trees. I'll see you guys soon.